Welcome, everyone, to your All-Stars match for both teams. We have the 12 highest voted players from... Hold on. All right. For both teams, we have the 12 highest voted players by the other players. For Wyvernicane's attorneys, we have Blue Dragonflood, Bossman, Fantasy, Wyvernicane, Plu-Koon, and Timeless. And for Hammer OTPs Defense University, yes, that is their actual name, we have Fried Chickenator, Gyrodog, Midnight Eve, Shadowbow, Saphira, and Explosives. Originally, Tarun was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he could not make it, and the next highest voted player that could make it was Explosives. Alright, early in this first fight here, we see Hammer OTP's Defense University. I don't know what to call them. Taking this fight early, Blue swapping off the Mauga onto the Ramatra. For this first map here, we had... what were the bans? Hold on. The bans for this first map are Ana and Diva from the Attorneys and Orisa and Kiriko from Hammer OTPs. Here we see Fantasy getting picked early in this first fight. In this second fight, the Coalescence comes out from Saphira. Bossman able to get a pick onto Hammer down. Timeless getting a massive dragon that takes down Shadowbow and Midnight Eve. Gyrodog going down shortly after to the rest of the Attorneys. And we see as there is a flip on point. Now I will finally go over the team compositions. We have the Ramatra Zarya that Blue and Bossman are known for. Fantasy on the Brig, Plu-Koon on the Juno, Wyvernicane on the Venture, and Timeless on the Hanzo. Whereas for Hammer OTPs, we have a massive shatter from Fried Chickenator on Reinhardt. Annihilation comes out from Blue, but it does not find a fight win here, and Wyvernicane goes down to Fried. Fried on the Reinhardt, Gyrodog on the Venture, Eve on the Lucio, Shadowbow on the Queen, Explosives on the Sojourn, and Saphira on the Moira. Going into the second point here, both teams are relatively equal in ult economy. Here comes Blue going down to Gyrodog after Shadowbow's Rampage hit. Timeless almost going down. Now Shadow has seen him. Shadow actually going down to Timeless. And we see as Timeless gets a headshot on a Gyrodog, and Gyrodog is forced to leave. Timeless looking at Eve and Gyrodog here. Blue has taken high ground with the rest of the Attorneys. And here comes a massive Graviton Surge from Bossman, followed by a massive Dragon from Timeless. Just the sheer amount of damage coming out from that combo is enough to immediately wipe the entirety of Hammer OTPs. All right, we see Wyvernicane coming in behind Hammer down. Hammer OTPs, sorry. Popping the Venture ult, almost finding the kill onto Gyrodog. Blue pops the Annihilation here, finding the kills onto Eve, helping with explosives, helping with Gyrodog. And Annihilation ends, but the fight is over, and it is in the favor of Wyvernicane's attorneys. In case you were wondering, Wyvernicane is on trial for murdering a Kiriko with their drill right after a beer. So the attorneys are here to plead his case and plead their case and get them the non-guilty verdict. Here we see as Timeless gets a massive orbital ray coming out from Plo Koon here, but a even bigger Rampage will take down a lot of the attorneys here, and that is going to be a team kill from Hammer OTPs onto the attorneys. Pride and Shadow are looking to play forward here. And here comes a Shatter. Unfortunately, it is missed. Blue taking down Gyrodog. Here comes the coalescence from Saphira. Blue walking forward with his team. He gets stuck by Explosive's Disruptor Shot. And here comes a massive Graviton Surge, getting 3. Timeless following up with the Dragon. Blue also helping finish off those kills. And that is yet another team fight win with a Graviton Dragon. Wyvernicane's currently sitting on their ult. Shadowbow has spotted Wyvern. Wyvern getting out, not wanting to take that duel. Gyro goes down to Wyvern. Bride goes down shortly afterwards. And here we get that tectonic shock. Explosives going down. Saphira going down. Eve is chased down by Wyvernicane. And Wyvern is able to finish off the kill. A massive fight win thanks to Wyvernicane. We see as there's an orbital ray, there is an overclock. Shadow almost has Rampage. There's Annihilation from Blue. Almost a rally from Fantasy. Beat from Eve is coming up. And here comes the Rampage. Blue finding the kill on Saphira. Blue following forward, unfortunately going down to Shadowbow. And even though there was an early pick onto Saphira, Hammer OTPs take the fight in their favor, flipping the script and taking down Wyvernicane's attorneys. 2 more points on this map. It is 1-2 in favor of Hammer OTPs. And there comes the Shatter. Unfortunately, again, it does not find anything, getting blocked by Bubbles. Here comes Beat. Timeless pops the Dragons, finding the kill onto Bride. Shadowbow. Gyro going down shortly after to Bossman. Wyvern taking down Eve. And we are seeing yet again another very quick fight. Fights are happening so fast in this match. All right. We see as Shadow is jumping for his team. Here comes Orbital Ray from Plo Koon. An early pick onto Saphira and Shadowbow. Blue is running onto Fried Chickenator here. Fried going down shortly after. Wyvern going down to Eve in a duel that I did not capture. And Explosives is going to go down to Blue here. And the attorneys win another fight. They are at 70% on this 4th flashpoint. Most likely there will be one more fight before this point is over. Fried is spotted by Blue. Fried going in quickly here, looking to try and get a touch. And here comes Excavation from Gyrodog. Time was able to take down Fried. Wyvernicane able to take down Eve and Explosives. Blue taking down Safi. Wyvern taking down Gyro. And it is over. We are on our last flashpoint. 2-2. Very equal showing from both teams. And next we will see Timeless on the Hanzo, with the Dragon still available. Here comes the Dragon, perfectly placed to pick off Explosives. Fried goes in quick, but goes down to Blue. Blue whiffing his punches. And we see as Shadow pops the Rampage, able to take down Blue, taking down Timeless as well, taking down Fantasy. Now it is just up to Wyvern. Wyvern able to take down Shadow, but going down to the regrouped team. Bossman and Plukun forced to back up here as they're alone on point. And there's a very quick flip back in favor of Hammer OTPs. Fried popping the shield bash. Fried pops yet another boop. Blue Shatter. Blue goes down very quickly. Shadow takes down Plukun. Gyro takes down Timeless. Shadow looking to pick off Wyvernicane here. Very close to doing so. Wyvern goes underground. Wyvern picking off Eve. And Shadow's unable to find the kill onto Wyvern. Blue pushes forward here with his team. Bossman not in the fight yet, but the rest of them are together. Vengeful Vortex comes out very quickly. Wyvernicane having the ult. Here comes a rally from Fantasy, stunning Shadow Bow. Timeless taking down Saphira. The Shadow getting stunned again. Here comes the Orbital Ray from Plukun to survive on point. A little bit hasty here, probably unnecessary to win this point. We'll see if it comes back to bite them. But the only ults available right now are Gyrodog and Shadow Bow, somewhat coming up on Shatter and Coalescence from Saphira and Fried. However, there are an equal amount of ults. All of the offensive ults from Wyvernicane's Attorneys are still available. Hammer OTPs are playing really slow here to regroup. It's going to cost them an entire fight's possibility. It's now in final fight territory. All right, they're all here. Gyrodog is going to Wyvern popping their own excavation. Both excavations are active at the same time. Gyrodog finding the kill onto Eve. A massive grab. Blue following up on that. It is just Shadow Bow and Wyvernicane. Shadow going down, and there is no touch from Hammer OTPs. Wyvernicane's Attorneys take the first map. All right, for our second map, the Hammer OTPs Defense University have taken us to Lijiang Tower. The bans were Lifeweaver Farah from Wyvernicane's Attorneys and Zarya Venture from the Hammer OTPs. We see a hard dive rush composition coming from Wyvernicane's Attorneys with Hazard, Diva from Blue and Bossman. Lucio from Timeless. Kiriko from Fantasy. Tracer from Plukun, and Freya from Wyvernicane. We see Fried on the Ramatra, Shadowbow on the Orisa, Gyrodog on the what's it called? Gyrodog on the Symmetra, Eve on the Lucio, Explosives on the Junkrat, and Saphira on the Moira. Oh my god, Gyrodog sniping Plukun. That was really nice. That was really nice. Okay, and we instantly see the swap to Ramatra and Sigma from Blue and Bossman, deciding that they really just want to play this slow and steady because it's comfortable. Fried goes down to Blue. We see as they slowly push forward here. Here comes Wyvern popping the bullet shot immediately onto Shadow, getting the kill onto Eve. And Wyvernicane picks up a kill onto Explosives. Timeless able to boop Shadow off Fantasy, getting rid of Saphira. And there is a sim wall on point that's allowing for this contest here. Blue is meeting Fried in damage, and Fried goes down to Plukun. The rest of Wyvernicane's attorneys able to back Blue up on point. The new nerf weapons in Plukun's hands. Alright, Wyvern was speared. Shadow trying to find this finish. Orisa is on her own. Bossman getting speared out of Flux. Plukun getting the kill onto Shadow. And here come both beats along with a Kitsune Rush from Wyvernicane's attorneys. Explosives does take down Plukun and Blue and Fantasy. Wyvernicane able to find a follow-up kill onto Eve. Wyvernicane finding a kill onto Explosives. But... and here comes Bola shot from Wyvernicane. And the Moira orb that stops Wyvern from contesting. Eve gets stuck by Plukun off a rip. And it is just Moira on... or just Moira heals for the hammer OTPs. But... Wyvernicane's attorneys are not there yet. Bossman finding the kill onto Gyrodog with Timeless, but with Plukun and Timeless being the only ones alive, now just Bossman. Bossman's going to be held off of point, and the Hammer OTPs are going to take map 1. Or point 1, sorry. And I just realized I forgot to change the score. Wyvernicane's attorneys are at 1. Whoop.
So, you work with Maximilian. I am amazed even a human can tolerate him. We will have peace.
Alright. Blue has swapped to the Mauga. Bossman on the Ramatra. It's going to be interesting to watch. It could work. Oops, the gyro messes up the ult. What is happening with this crosshair? Chat, I promise he's not hacking. There it is. It's fixed now. Okay, Bossman goes down. Blue able to try and survive here. Timeless does go down. Wyvern goes down. Blue still very low. Charging in, not finding the kill on a Gyrodog or Fried Chickenator and going down. And Explosives close to going down. Platoon has swapped over to the Cassidy now. Bossman is antied. Blue swapping over to the Orisa. It is now an Orisa Ram mirror. I don't like this composition from either team, but given the bans, it is going to work. All right. Here we see as the Hammer OTPs are holding very well. Both DPS going on a flank here. Explosives taking down Blue. Fried Chickenator taking down Bossman. And they are just still holding on to point here. Shadow is trying to get Wyvern out of the sky. I respect it. I'm really wondering why they didn't pick Diva here. Like, I understand that Gyro has the beam, but that's one character. And Diva is just probably going to be better compositionally. Alright. The attorneys are just being held here. Bossman almost getting booped off by Eve, not finding that boop. Fantasy also almost getting booped off. Eve probably upset that she is not getting these boops. And it is just Timeless and Blue left alive. Blue going to be unable to find his way back to point in time. Timeless going down. And Li Zhang goes massively in the favor of Hammer OTPs. For map 3, Wyvernicane's attorneys have taken us to King's Row. The bans for this map are Junkrat and Sojourn from Wyvernicane's attorneys, and Ramatra and Hanzo from Hammer OTPs. We are seeing a Reinhardt Zarya mirror. This is not surprising in the slightest, given that Ramatra's banned and JQ is banned. We see Ana Lucio from Fantasy and Platoon, and Ana Lifeweaver. Lifeweaver being used to cart a few players up to the high ground. Gyrodog on the Widow, looking to try and get an early pick here. Not seeming to find it, but getting a headshot onto Bossman. And now Gyro will be swapping. Eve now on the Lucio. It is a Rhine, Zarya, Lucio Ana mirror with Timeless and Explosives both playing Junkrat. The only differences on this team are Wyvernicane playing the Venture and Gyrodog playing the Mei. In an ideal world, both teams would be equal at these characters, and it would just be a question of who is better, Venture or Mei. And here we see an early cap from Hammer OTPs of the first point. 5.5 minutes on the clock for them. Blue getting a charge, getting stunned by Fried Chickenator, but Fried Chickenator goes down. Bossman pushing forward here. Blue getting walled off, but protected by the rest of his team as they break the wall almost immediately. Now we see Explosives spamming down main, looking to try and duel Timeless here. Timeless getting forced off the high ground. There is the anti. All right. Timeless has the Rip Tire here. There's also Riptire from Explosives. Blue has Shatter. Gyrodog has Freeze. Lucoon and Bossman coming up on Graviton Surge and Beat, as are Eve and Shadowbow coming up with the same ultimates. Here comes the Graviton Surge from Bossman, and there are 3 kills for Wyvernicane. Lucoon taking down Saphira, and the remaining 2 players of Hammer OTPs have to back out. Wyvern almost finding the kill onto Gyrodog, but going down. My venture is washed. All right, 4 ultimates still available. Halfway to Nano Boost for Wyvernicane's Attorneys. Here comes the ult from Blue. It gets blocked by Shadowbow, and Beat comes out, as does Graviton Surge. Riptire taking down Blue. It is just Freeze left available for Hammer OTPs, and here comes the Excavation from Wyvernicane, a team kill onto Hammer OTPs, and Wyvernicane's Attorneys are still holding it. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left. All right, Shadow is bubbled, fried already. No ally bubble for the side of Hammer OTPs. Here comes the Nano and the Freeze. Blue getting frozen. And Fried getting antied. Lucoon almost going down. Here comes the tire from Timeless. It gets broken immediately. Bossman now having grab next as the only ultimate available for Wyvernicane's Attorneys. Fried still has the Shatter. Here comes the Shatter. It gets Lucoon. Lucoon does not die, and Blue's able to take down Fried, returning to the fight. Wyvernicane taking down Safi, Eve, Gyrodog, Explosives. They all go down, and that is going to be another team wipe. Shadowbow going down last. Fried is respawned, so it doesn't technically count, but all 6 of Hammer OTPs have died. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the clock. Graviton Surge still available for Bossman, the only ult in play right now. If it comes out, it is a free teamfight win. Explosives almost has the ult. Wyvernicane goes down to Gyrodog, who has swapped to the Cassidy. And here comes Graviton Surge. All of them stuck inside of it. And again, the Attorneys are just able to clean up this case. Blue, Wyvern, both having ults. Nano Boost almost available. Beat almost available. Timeless getting Riptire. Whereas only Riptire, Graviton Surge, and Beat are going to be available for Hammer OTPs. They can get to mid-fight ults for the rest of them, but it's not going to be enough if this fight happens really, really fast. All right, here comes Beat. Blue gets his ult blocked. Here comes a massive tire from Timeless, able to protect the team. Blue chasing down Saphira. Safi going down. It is just Eve on point. 10 seconds left on the clock. We're going to see as Shadowbow swaps over to the Wrecking Ball. Fried on the Doom, trying to touch here. But Shadow gets slept and pushed away, and round 1 ends with Wyvernicane's Attorneys holding the end of second point. That Riptire single-handedly stopping Hammer OTPs from capturing there, because the rest of the ults from Wyvernicane's Attorneys were not being used well. They were being used defensively or whiffing entirely, like that Shatter. Whereas Hammer OTPs were almost on point with theirs. I mean, the grab was massive. The The Shatter was relatively well used. I think Shatter was used there. The Riptire, I think, found a kill. But Timeless's Riptire finding 3 was able to immediately shoot them up into chance of victory. Wyvernicane now on the Widowmaker, looking to try and get an early pick here.
If I am called, then I do not answer.
Eve now on the Brigitte, looking to protect Saphira here. Shadow now on the Diva. On this point particularly, not sure if I'm a fan of or this map specifically in the matchup. Not sure I'm a fan of Diva. The Ramzaria mirror would probably do them wonders. Blue has already walked forward. Fried almost going down. Fried, Gyro and Explosives both go down. Fried getting charged by Blue. A massive charge. He gets slept. No chance of survival. Shadowbow gets demeched. Saphira and Shadow both go down to Fantasy and Timeless. Wyvernicane now onto the Venture. And it is Gyrodog swapping to Freya. Shadowbow back onto the Zarya now. And 5.5 minutes available for Wyvernicane's Attorneys, capping in the same amount of time as Hammer OTPs. Let's see if Hammer OTPs can hold just like Wyvernicane's Attorneys did. Here comes the Shatter from Blue, getting 2 in the back line. But Fried has been able to take down Blue. Fried going down, unfortunately. Both Reinhardt's out of the fight here. Shadowbow sitting at max charge. Timeless almost going down. Shadowbow about to go down to Timeless. Explosives getting Timeless. It is a 4 versus 4 still. Bossman finding the kill onto Saphira. Cocoon finding the kill onto Gyrodog. And there are 5 ults available for Wyvernicane's Attorneys, whereas there are only really 2 for Hammer OTPs. Sorry, 4 ults available for Wyvernicane's Attorneys. We could see an aggressive beat here. We could see an aggressive tire here. Shatter gets blocked by Blue. Fried's Shatter completely gone now. Here comes a Wyvern's ult. And Brig goes down along with Saphira. There are no supports left alive. Explosives goes down. Fried goes down. Shadow goes down. Wyvernicane getting 5 kills. And the Attorneys are able to take King's Row. For our 4th map, Hammer OTPs have decided to take us to New Queen Street. Doomfist Lucio being the heroes that Hammer OTPs have chosen, or that Wyvernicane's Attorneys have chosen to ban. Roadhog Sombra being the bans from Hammer OTPs. And we see as the tried and true Ramatra Zarya comes out from Wyvernicane's Attorneys with a Ana Juno double flex line. Timeless able to use on the Hanzo again, Wyvernicane on the Venture. For Hammer OTPs, we see Fried on the Winston, Gyrodog on the Wrecking Ball, Shadowbow on the Tracer, Gyro and Shadow swapping roles here. Explosives on the Venture, Blue goes down. This Hammer OTPs taking this early fight win. Eve on the Kiriko, Saphira on the Moira. Wyvernicane was able to take down Shadowbow, and they are up 1 right now. but Hammer OTPs have a relatively good lead here. Fried Chickenator taking the initiative, jumping into the room, getting forced out. We see Fried Chicken Blue able to take down Fried Chickenator here. Timeless able to take down Saphira. We are going to avoid Blue's perspective for most of this map because he was lagging a lot during it, and I don't know how that will translate to the replay, and I don't want to give anyone motion sickness. All right. Timeless does go down, but so does Fried Chickenator. Wyvernicane chasing Gyrodog, almost finding the kill onto him. Platoon has swapped off of the Juno onto the Brig. Platoon now able to protect against the Wrecking Ball. If Wyvernicane's attorneys win this map, they win All-Stars. And we see as Platoon gets nanoed, Rally also coming out. Both ults immediately making Hammer OTPs back out. Blue has popped the Annihilation. Just trying to live here, really. And here we see Kitsune Rush from Eve. Fried trying to find kills. Fried getting antied and getting bailed out. Wyvernicane going in, trying to find the kill onto Saphira. Unfortunately not finding it, but going against Fried. Fried able to take them down. Timeless now has the dragons. And we see Gyrodog's Wrecking Ball come in. The dragons come down main. And Timeless gets taken down by Shadowbow. Fried is 1 on the Primaling Winston. And everyone is going down. Explosives able to help find a ton of those kills. Sappy taking down Fantasy and Bossman. Moira putting in the work more than I expected. And Timeless is now on Torbjorn. Trying to play anti-dive here. Surprised that we haven't seen more swaps from Wyvernicane's attorneys. I'd expect, honestly, a diva. Here comes a grab from Bossman. Timeless, Fried, Gyro, Explosives, Shadow, Eve. They all go down. I don't know why I said Timeless. He's not on that team. And Safi is the only one left alive, able to escape. But it was a big hit there. Gyro very low. Gyro getting killed by Wyvern. Wyvern going to push into the back line here, try and go against Explosives and Sappy. All right. Wyvern in the duel against Explosives right now. Going on Eve. Popping ult onto Shadow, securing the kill onto Shadowbow. And Explosives wins the duel against Wyvernicane. I missed what happened on main, but a lot of people are dead for the side of Hammer OTPs, whereas Wyvernicane's attorneys have a lot of their players still alive. 5 minutes left on the clock. Here comes the proximity mines from Gyrodog. Platoon, Timeless go down. Fantasy goes down. Blue in the Annihilation, finding the kill onto Explosives and getting killed in response. Fried now diving onto Bossman, taking him down. And Wyvern is going to be the last to fall for Wyvernicane's attorneys. The attorneys dying before the client, making sure they are fighting tooth and nail to get this not guilty verdict. All right, Timeless has taken down Explosives. Fantasy has taken down Fried Chickenator. Eve has taken down Blue. It is 5-4 right now. Shadowbow going down shortly after. Platoon currently brawling Gyro, who has swapped onto the Ramatra and loses because of the Zarya bubble protecting Platoon. All right. Here we see a fight happening on main. Fried Chickenator now on the Wrecking Ball instead of the Winston. Shadow has taken down Wyvernicane. We see as Bossman takes down Gyrodog, Timeless goes down, Plukun goes down, and Shadow is low here. Eve pops the Kitsune Rush. It's brawling Ramatra right now. Ramatra and Bossman. And we see as Eve gets Vortexed, forced to back away. Here comes the Nano Boost. Safi goes down. Bossman looking to try and finish off Eve here. Getting the kill onto Gyrodog. Eve back in. And Wyvernicane has popped the ult, getting the kill onto Shadowbow. Trying to find those final kills. Eve again getting out. And we are watching as 2 minutes are left on the clock. And Wyvernicane's attorneys are pushing forward still. Here comes the ult from Bossman. And Shadow is able to return with a Deadeye. Wyvernicane trying to take down Bossman, or take down Shadow, but Safi is able to save Shadow. And we see as Fried is slept, booped, but not killed. Blue goes down. There are no tanks left for Wyvernicane's attorneys. And even though the fight was looking in their favor at the start, it is over. And all of them have died on the battlefield. We have 1 minute left. A significant over or exactly 70-yard lead from Wyvernicane's attorneys. Or 70 meter, sorry. And we will have to see Hammer OTPs try and win this. We see the minefield come out from Fried Chickenator. It gets kited out. Plukun holding the rally. Unfortunately running out of... Oh my god, that annihilating Gyrodog taking down Fried there. Wyvernicane yet again in the fight. Shadowbow looking to try and continue getting picks. Shooting at Timeless here. Missing a few shots. Wyvernicane versus Shadow again. Here comes the Fan the Hammer. And Fried takes down Wyvern. And Explosives goes down. And Wyvern takes down Gyro. It is overtime. And it's looking like Wyvernicane's attorneys have won it. It is all over for our All-Stars match. Wyvernicane's attorneys have taken the win, meaning your All-Stars champions are Blue, Bossman, Wyvernicane, Fantasy, Plukun, and Timeless. Thank you all. And this has been an amazing summer. That's all. There will be no more Summer League games for 2025. I will see you all in 2026. Goodbye.